Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry about the little bit of a delay. Me and Wingnut were trying to fix something. Once again, I haven't been on since last week, and we have a couple of sound issues, but I think it'll be good enough for us to at least go ahead and get through with it. Wingy said he can understand me somewhat, so that's good enough.
Yeah, sounds a bit weird. It's always something that breaks for us.
I know. And it's funny because I haven't been on here at all, since the last broadcast. I just turned everything on tonight. So maybe, who knows? But anyhow, we're here tonight, DIEHARD Racing League. We are at Kansas. Got 133 laps here tonight. Tonight is the last full season race before they head to the Chase next week at Michigan. So after the points adjustments tonight and everything, they'll see who was the regular season winner, as well as who's going into the Chase. So it should be pretty interesting.
I was going to say, probably Steve Yanch is up in the lead and points, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, they had the points. I believe they had the points updated. I don't have a copy of it, though.
Yeah. Well, it looks like at the moment, he's not leading in qualifying just yet. He hasn't taken his time. Meanwhile, his brother Jeff Yanch just got the qualifying pole. Actually, I say that, and Steve's now doing his lap. What's the bet he'll get pole now?
Yeah.
So I see a new guy in the field, too.
Yeah, I was looking at Matthew Hulse.
Wholesome. I think it's Hulse. I can't see any other way for us to screw up that name.
Just give me a minute. I'm sure we can do it.
Just give us a little while. We'll be saying something like really silly, like Hulsey or something like that.
Yeah, and probably that's what it is because it's got an E on the end. So let's see. Steve's coming around.
We'll see if he immediately proves me wrong.
Jeff had a 30.201. See what Steve got. Steve, no, 30.221. So he's got third right now.
Yeah, not quite. But there's not much gap between him and first and second though. That's distance in like hundredths.
I can't believe guys took their times already. We've got Matt Wagner out there, but I don't see him doing anything. I know they posted a thing on which drivers were penalized from the last race. So there's probably a couple of drivers that are not going to take their time.
Well, they'll fall to the back of the first lap.
Well, here goes Matt Wagner, and I think Jeff Hollingsworth also taking the time now.
Yep. I think Hollingsworth's running a new paint job.
Coast Guard. Yeah, I'm not sure if I remember seeing that last race.
Yeah, I think that's new for him. Coast Guard missing.
Hang on.
Yes, I can still hear you.
Okay. All right, I'm back.
Sound is fun. It's always the worst issue to find because you're chasing gremlins forever.
I know. I'm so over it, man. Couldn't even tell you. So it looks like Wagner just going around to make a time. Believe Hollingsworth. Oh, we just lost him. All right, he's back. Hollingsworth is trying to put a time in. See what he gets on his first one here. That'll move him up to 16. All right, so while he comes around for a second one, we're going to quick go to the national anthem, and then we'll come right back.
We are in the land of the free because of the brave. And so we ask by your grace that you would bring them home soon and safe. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
All right, we're back. Qualifying is over. Looks like Jeff Yenich is going to take the pole here. And Robert Barris will be starting second. So we're just waiting right now for the guys to grid up here. Once the guys get up on the field, we got 133 laps here tonight. Let's take a quick look at the weather. Oh, excuse me, 81 degrees in the sky, 116 degrees on the track. Man, it's always hot on the track.
I think it's going to get hotter too, at least in the qualifying. It's currently before midday. It
Wow.
might change. It might have a jump forward in time, perhaps, if they normally do. But
And I wonder,
get hotter, I think.
I wonder if they're going to notice it too, because every time we talk to the drivers, most of them don't really notice the difference in it. They just say the car was tight or the car was loose. So I wonder if that's going to be, you know, an issue here or not.
One thing I'd love them to do next week is to try and run Kansas again, because I believe next week is the next update.
Yep.
Which is tire model and damage model for the Cup cars, and entirely like they're redoing Kansas as well.
Oh, are they doing Kansas? Really?
Yeah, they're doing Kansas, so these guys are a week ahead of that. So
Oh.
that's somewhat unfortunate. Well, hey, they're gridding up, so I suppose we should start rolling through the grid, eh?
Yes, sir. Okay, I got it up. You want to start us off?
Sounds good, mate. We got Jeff Yenich taking home the ball today, right alongside Robert Barris, who's coming back for another ride, I guess. Steve Yenich in third, next alongside Adam Matz. The new guy, Matthew Holst, in fifth. Well done, mate. He's alongside Seth. Let's see if Seth got the speed today. Sean Bradley in seventh, next to Brad Spital in eighth. Todd Cray in ninth, and then Jeff Hollingsworth, the new paint in 10th.
And then you got 11th, Nevin Iwasuru, Patrick DeSaulnier in 12th. 13th, we have Tyler Blankenship, Travis McDaniels in 14th. 15th is Todd Levesque. Rob Jenkins starting 16th. Adam Lewis starting 17th. Matt Wagner starting 18th. Mark Jenkins starting 19th. You got Ron Hollyfield in 20th. And I believe that's it for the field. We got 20 drivers out here. Steve Yenich, though, man.
Quick thing. Tyler Blankenship will be starting at the back of the grid, I believe, so he's going to move back at the starters, so he'll be in the 20th position, moving everyone else up.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Yeah, just to point that out, so when we watch him falling back, we're not going to get very confused.
Yeah, it looks good, man. 20 drivers out here tonight. I know one of my buddies was telling me about the update. He said, man, there was a long, long list. And I think it's supposed to be on the 3rd of the 3rd, so in a couple days. So hopefully it'll make some good changes, you know.
That's what I'd love to say. I would love to see these guys rerun Kansas once that change comes out, because I'm pretty sure that's a tire and damage model change for these cars. Or it might at least be just the damage model.
And
Either way, that's a big jump.
And I hear, I hear they're going to do tire limit. So, like, if you want to do, like, you know, a couple sets of tires.
Yeah, there'll be some actual tire strategy. You can't go and change your tires every couple of laps, which doesn't matter for these guys too much. It's not really going to affect anything here, but for leagues, not for leagues, sorry, for officials, sorry. Like, you know, you do your usual like C-class fixed trucks. All of a sudden, some guy crashes. Like, okay, well, I can't go change my set, so we changed them.
And you're done, man. That's it.
Yeah, very interesting change. We'll see how it goes on official, but for these guys, I don't think it's going to make much of a change.
Unless they decide in the next season to do like a tire rule, because I think we're going to the trucks after this. Ooh. So it should be pretty interesting. You need to come out and race too, buddy, because I'm going to be out there racing.
Absolutely, man. Well, hey, pace car's going in, so we're about to go green here. Jeff Yenich leading his brother right behind him. Going right down to the apron, and there's the green. It's a good start for everyone involved. Alright, so these guys in practice, I believe there was a lot more pack racing than you'd expect.
Yeah.
Well, first up, Jeff's going to get well clear of Robert Barris, I believe, and it looks like Steve Yenich trying to follow up that as well. Look at the 108. He got a real good start, starting in 5th. He's already up to 3rd. Going to try and go alongside the Yenich brothers.
Nice looking car too. That's that old Bud scheme. I like that.
Yeah. And he's actually going to slot in 2nd. Well done. Actually, look, Steve might try and fight back, but I think on the apron he is going to have to turn one. He should have one. Of course, there's a track there where everyone's running on the high line, so I could be very wrong.
Ooh.
Wow, you see how you make that work? It looks like Steve's now going to go do the crossover here onto the backstretch.
Look at Barris going, give him a little tap.
Move it or lose it, buddy. losing it to be the losing position or losing
Oh, some contact a little bit further back. You would see, I believe that him and maybe Seth got together, and it was who did save it, but it looked like he was gonna go for a quick ride, man.
I gotta say, Never does not want to stay there for too long. This track's gonna absolutely destroy tires. I was looking at the time before, I think he might have jumped. It is not. It is still 11:20 a.m.
Wow.
So yeah, this track is gonna get even hotter, I think, as we reach midday.
And we got shuffling going on further back here, man. These guys in the back are fighting.
A very different track to what we're used to seeing. There's normally all the passes, people are holding the inside, but this is, the inside's not where you want to be at all. People are holding the outside on that last in line.
Sitting on top of Rob Jenkins' car right now. Let's go jump on it. Oh, what was right behind him? Was that Blankenship? Wow, I'm not sure if they made contact or not.
Oh, like heart stop running between Jeff Hollingsworth and Neville Zuru. Jeff was on the inside, around the corner. Goes into the front stretch, he does not take the apron. Neville was going to try that, and they almost like collide door to door.
Wow.
I think both of them like saw what was coming and both like had their heart just 6 beat or two.
And that was just like before. I wasn't sure if Rob Jenkins and Tyler Blankenship made contact because we were on top of Rob's car at the time, and man, it looked awful close. I look at McDaniel, looked like he was going to try to take a look to the inside of Hollingsworth, but he backed off.
Yeah, and I believe the fuel runs here are somewhere around 50 laps, I think. I could be very wrong. I was kind of half asleep when he told me, which is unfortunate. But I think it's like 50 lap run on the fuel here. But honestly, I think tires might be the initial thing to go into it.
I'm just watching right now the 108 and the 75 and the 27.
Yeah, Holston making a damn good showing for the league so far, but that aggressive move from 5th to 3rd right at the start of the race. Now he's just chilling right on the rear of the actual, like, the league champion right now. Or champion. He's a pole holder. What would you call that? Can't think of the word. What is the word for that? Like, he's currently got the lead in the points?
Yeah, he's just, the points lead, he's just hanging on, man.
God, I just could not think of the word, but good God.
I'm looking inside of the car with Robert Barris right now.
It's always fun to see what Barris is doing.
Because he got right up behind Matthew in the 108 before and gave him a little bump. So I was curious to see how, if they're running the same line in or what. Wow, that race sounded loud. I don't know. It seemed like, I know nobody was on my computer, but man, it looks like somebody was messing with my sounds, bro.
Someone's gone over and grabbed all the dials, started twisting in random directions. Dude, I used to like do that back in high school, man. It's like, oh god. Just thinking back at it, like I'm worried with that poor guy trying to fix that after.
I know, like what happened? What happened? That's why the electronic ones, man, that have everything preset, you can just tap it and you go right back to where you left it.
Exactly, just save it, have it saved. You can keep it on a USB drive if you really care to. Like so far, everyone's single filed out now. Everyone's just running that high line. I think it's gonna be really hard to pass here. It's gonna be keeping your tires alive for as long as possible.
Yeah. Oh, that is, who's that? Brad Spidle comes real close to the wall on exit. So meanwhile, Jeff Yenish out front, Steve Yenish sitting in second, Matthew Hall sitting in third, Robert Barris in fourth. They haven't really changed much. Adam Matz and Sean Bradley, fifth and sixth. They're probably the closest. Then you got Todd Cray trying to get back up with them. Looks like Seth Schultz sitting eighth. Yeah.
I think this fight's going to be a tire game. Look after your tires as long as you can. You might be able to make a pass later on, because at the moment everyone's too evenly matched. And to pass, you got to either try and get to the outside, which isn't going to happen, Or you take the inside, which is just going to murder your tires for no real gain.
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to be a lot faster on the corners and try and beat them on the straight somewhere, but it's not going to be easy. One thing I'm kind of curious about as well, we talked about a couple of weeks ago how with Seth about how when you're in the draft, the car like really pushes and just eats the tires alive. I wonder if anyone's feeling that, because there is actually a good gap between Steve and Jeff Yunich. Is it maybe like, tires are dying for these guys from second onwards?
Adam Matz and Bradley just had a nice little battle there. Matz in front of Bradley. Todd Cray now slowly moving back in.
And that is exactly what we expect from Cray. He's always got pace.
He's got that Duff beer, bro.
To be fair, Sean's been damn good in the league here too. Like when he first got here, he did some like beautiful stuff. Like I think he only lost that race because he got crashed out. I think.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
Oh, look
at Pulse. Hull, sorry. I called him Pulse for a moment there.
Yeah, he was looked like he was going to make that pass on Steve, but obviously didn't get it that time.
Yeah, I thought he might try and stick his nose in there. He gets real close in the corner there, and he also runs a bit of a tighter line than Steve does. I was kind of worried that if Steve slowed down even a split second there, he would have been turned.
Back here to Todd Cray sitting in 7th. And then you got Schultz, McDaniel, and Iwasuru by another pack.
Look at Travis, like right in the rear of Schultz.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to him earlier. He seemed a bit tired today, which is unfortunate. But I mean, hey, it's Seth. He can always make a good thing out of bad.
Yeah. Back up front.
Yeah, getting close.
Yeah, I was gonna say back up here to the 27 of Steve Yenish. Take a look back to Matthew Holtz, who's chasing him down. He gets pretty close. Oh.
We're gonna see a bit of that today for sure, because the fastest line is right up there. So do you risk it? Do you get right onto that wall?
And we are at lap 17. And so far, let's see, the drop-off isn't too bad. Best lap for Jeff, 30.3. Last lap, 31.9.
Yeah, about 1.6 seconds off the fastest lap. That's actually, like, considering how many laps they've done, that's a pretty significant drop.
I wonder how much is going to change with the new update.
Yeah, I think that's new tire model for the Cup cars. I know it's new damage model for damn sure.
It's so hard
Very
to keep up with all the changes.
I know, right? iRacing actually having a lot of changes. We're all worried.
I was just surprised that some of the things that I heard were being changed. I said, I wonder why all of a sudden now, but because a lot of the stuff is things I know we've been looking for a while,
I mean, we can all admit and see what it's from. It's from the whole everyone being locked inside, so everyone needing to play their sim racing instead. It's getting into the public eye.
Watching from the back of Patrick. Oh! Was looking from the back of Patrick to Sonia, and Brad Spider-Man got right up to him. I thought he was going to hit him, but he didn't, and he made the pass. Oh! The Sonia taps the wall.
Yeah, the Sonia's already got some front right damage there, so he's already made a bit of a wall scratch with that wall.
And right in front of Hollyfield.
I don't know if going low there is going to work at all. Just try and make the pass, but this is not going to work. The inside is not the place to be.
Because he lost it to Spidel and almost got it back. Now he's going to give up that spot to Hollyfield if Hollyfield can keep it off the wall.
Looks like unfortunately Seth had a moment with the wall as well, and Never Sue has gotten past him.
There goes look at Hollyfield now, and he gets by.
Dude, he's got pace now. It's actually good to see him back and kicking ass.
Yeah, he was contending for the win last week at Selmo, man. He was up in the top. I couldn't believe it.
He's got a fire going, man. Hoping to keep that thing brewing.
Look at the 87 and the 59 of Matt's.
Yeah, Bradley Pye. And look at Cray. Is Cray gonna stick his nose in? Nope. Again, Bradley's got pace.
And Craig might be buying some time right now, you know. Oh, look at back here, Robert Barris.
Holtz had a really poor turn 4X there, and Barris got to capitalize that and complete the pass. Like
Wow.
I think Barris was waiting for his moment that entire time. The moment he
Yep.
saw it, just put his foot down.
It's like he was waiting for that one slip up and he got it.
I mean, yeah, unless you want to sit there and work the inside for like 4 or 5 laps and kill your tires, that is the way to pass.
But meanwhile, look at Jeff Yenish, man. Get him up on here for a second.
Oh, look at Steve Yenich. Never mind.
Yeah. He's going for it.
Yep. Is Jeff going to try and cross over? Almost. Doesn't quite make it work. Question is, do you think they're working together or do you think they're fighting each other right now? Because I'm not sure which. Jeff did seem to want to get the lead back.
Probably a little of each. Like, you know, probably fight a little bit, but let's not throw it away. As long as one of us are up in the front, that's good. That's the way I'd look at it.
Don't kill each other.
Be like, look, man, you can take the lead. Just don't leave me hanging out here either.
Just remember, I'll be back in 100 laps.
Don't leave me hanging, dude. And we got some good racing going on up in the front. We had some good racing going on a little bit further back. Right now, you got Rob Jenkins, Jeff Hollyfield, Seth Schultz kind of getting bunched up a little bit together here. And right in front of them is Nevenu with Suru trying to catch on to the back of McDaniel. So, I mean, a bunch of these guys are going to get caught up with each other eventually.
Yep. Nature of the track as well, unfortunately. We're not going to see like as much crazy action as we saw last time, but at the same time, people are still making things work. Especially on a hot track.
Just saw the 97 of Hollingsworth move over and let the 19 of Rob Jenkins go by. Those two have been having some fire between them for a couple of weeks now, so good to see them working it out early in the race here.
Yep. I mean, you can see it 2 different ways. Rob's like, I'm going to pass him now, not worry about it later on. And Holmes was probably thinking, let's let him go past now, I'll catch him later.
Pretty much, because, you know, Hollingsworth usually pretty good on saving his tires.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, I'm looking at the temperature. The temperature is very slowly creeping up. We're at 119 now. I think we started at 160.
Yeah, 116. So we're up. Oh, now we're at 120.
And look at Rob Jenkins. He's now going to the inside of Seth. Seth going to give it up? Yep, he pretty much does.
All of a sudden, Rob's car's coming to life, man.
Yeah, save your tires for the first 20 or so laps, and when it's ready, just start firing it down the inside.
Sitting here on top of Seth's car.
Oh, look at Todd Cray. Right on the rear of Hulse. So Hulse has lost a lot of positions. What in the world?
Yeah, 29 laps on the tires, so maybe... ooh, he's into the wall right there, too, just a little bit. Go back up here to Jeff Yenish, man. Look at the paint. We're on the roof. Look at the paint on there. That metallic paint looks nice.
Well, it looks like Hulse had an incident with the wall a few laps back. And since then, he's either not been putting the foot down or he just lost a lot of pace because, like, Matt's just drove past him like he wasn't even moving.
Yeah, he could have really made those tires mad. It doesn't look like he's got a whole lot of damage on the car, but I guarantee he burned them right sides up, man. It don't take a lot to burn them up anymore.
Yeah, I think not just that as well. Like, this is a track where being tight is not going to be pleasant at all. Because you're already running really high and right on the limit, that getting a tight is not going to help you.
Watching Nevenu Utsuru trying to make the pass on Travis McDaniel, but he's not able to do it that time. So he has to tuck back in, and he's going to lose a little bit of pace to him for the moment.
It's like Mark Jenkins going past Jeff Hollingsworth as well.
Yeah, Hollingsworth's smart. He'll kind of let him go. Knows pit stops are coming up soon.
I can't remember the pit stop lap, but I'm really, really sad. It might have been 33 or it might have been 50. I don't know why those two particular numbers. I don't know why.
You sound like a weatherman, bro. Just, you know, it could rain or it could not rain today.
I don't know if you've seen that, like that reasonably well-known photo. Like, if the rock is dry, it's sunny.
Yeah.
If the rock is wet, it's raining.
I
If
have
the rock
one.
is sideways, it's storming.
I have one of them, and if you can't see the rock, it must be buried under snow.
Yeah. I think last one was like, you know, if the rock's at a white top, it's snowing. If the rock's gone, there's a storm or
It
a
looks like
tornado.
Seth's coming in, so we're at lap 32, and Seth Schultz is coming in.
So it must have been 33 laps, and fair enough. So I'm expecting
Yeah.
everyone else to pit this next lap, perhaps. Seth might be trying to go for the undercut. Or maybe repair some of the damage. That front right is not pleasant.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on with the overlay, dude. When we go to the rest of the 20, you know, the rest of after the top 10, it's not lined up. One of them's hanging off the bottom. Boy, something definitely changed.
Things be broke.
I think I got gremlins.
Always, man. You always got to hunt like electronic gremlins.
I
Saying
think
that word was not easy, apparently.
I think after this season, I'm gonna tear everything apart here and start over, man.
Yeah, man. Update everything, brother. Same thing
Yep.
I've done. My computer's brand new. Woo!
Yeah, that's got to be nice, man, huh?
Dude,
And then you got the
when, like,
VR?
the feeling yeah, dude. Like the feeling is just so good, man. Like loading everything instantly, driving in VR. Like it's like a dream come true.
Yep, living large, bro.
I even got a bloody new car, mate. Like everything's going great. Everything's coming up Millhouse.
And you're heading into winter now, too, right?
What's up?
You're heading into winter?
Yo, we're in winter, I'm
Oh,
pretty
you're
sure.
in winter? Wow.
Yeah, man, it's cold. Like I think a couple of nights ago it was 6 degrees Celsius, which is in a second. That is 42 Fahrenheit.
Wow, that is chilly.
Yeah, for us that's like nightmare cold. Like, it's like ridiculously cold.
I
But
was,
of course,
just,
for you guys, it's probably not too bad.
I was sitting outside before, it was like 81, 82 degrees, man. Pretty warm. I was FaceTiming my sister, and she's like, "You're glistening." I was like, "No, that's sweat." We don't glisten, we sweat. We're
We
not,
don't sparkle here, mate.
yeah, no, we're not fancy.
Currently it's 55 here at the moment.
That's not too bad. That's a nice temperature, actually, for getting stuff done outside, I think.
Yeah, like, I would prefer that when it comes to actually doing stuff. Like if you're going out and you're working, you're building a house, you're preparing your car, that's where you want to be. But I mean, if you want to go out for a walk, I would not want to be in this temperature. The wind chill is ridiculous here.
Yeah.
I think probably the one thing, like my family came from England, so they were like, even they're saying that Australia gets cold from the wind alone. Like it's not because the temperature is cold; it's just that the wind just has a chill, which
Really?
is just biting.
Wow.
Yeah, it just bites you.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it might depend on the state though. I'm curious when these leaders are going to go pit now. If Seth's already gone in,
Yeah, we've had.
Already back
Let me see who went in so far already.
I think just Seth.
Levesque went in, Seth went in, and no other takers. Oh,
Levesque losing.
was that Levesque?
That was Levesque. He does save it, goes into the pit lane.
Oh, through pit road. Wow, he's gonna stop in his stall. Oh
He's not in
man,
his stall at all.
let me
He's
go
got
back
some
and see
random stall.
what happened.
He touched the outside wall and just lost it. I've done that so many times
Ooh.
in Charlotte.
And right in front of the leaders too. You know, they probably had a heart attack.
Yep. Heart skipped a beat. Like, oh dear God, here we go.
Right in front of them too, man. And it was funny because like we just went back to watch it real quick, and it's like the car almost like wiggled to the right, and he went to save it, and it just threw it the rest of the way. Like it didn't look, I don't know, it looked unnatural. You know what I mean? Like as if he had oil or something.
Yeah, like it just snapped and that was it.
Right. Really weird.
Yeah, there's a few times in cars like that where just like you've got a little bit of slide and all of a sudden it's just like massive in the other direction. Looks like I see Tony now in
DeSaulnier,
the
yep.
pits.
I was gonna say DeSaulnier's in. Levesque is in again now.
Oh, no, the Sonya missed his pits.
Oh, did he really?
We cursed him immediately. The moment we looked at him, he missed his pits.
He's like, I'm gonna
I'm
pit
so
so they don't see me.
He's hidden from our eyes. Oh god.
I'm gonna pit while they don't see me. Wrong. I'll tell you what, these guys up front, man, they're running really close times. That time, Steve Yanis was a little bit faster than everybody else in that front pack, but man, they're all running relatively close time-wise, and they're all on about 42, going to 43 laps on the tires. So makes you wonder, like Seth and those guys jumping in that much earlier, like how upset was the car for him, or did he have a plan for undercutting that much? Because that's a big undercut. Make you wonder about it, you know? So meanwhile, let's take a look here. We have Steve Yenish up in the front in the number 27 leading laps here. Jeff Yenish, who did start on the pole, he was up in the front until Steve took over. He's running second. Robert Barris in third. And it looks like
Sean Bradley and Jeff Jensen are going to the pits.
Yeah, and Steve's coming in also now. I mean, not Steve, Jeff's coming in. And I think I might have said in the beginning, I might have said Steve Yenish was starting on the pole when I meant to say Jeff Yenish was starting on the pole. But
for once, it's not me getting mistaken. I love it.
But I'm not sure, but that was close.
I think Steve's going to be going in this lap. I think. Yep, he's going in.
Yeah, here he comes.
Barris staying out for the lap lead.
Yep. So Barris, Adam Matz, Iwasuru, Spido, and Adam Lewis all on 45 lap tires. You know, I don't know how this is going to work out, like for Seth, because Seth went in way early. And I know there was one track we watched him race on where he was pitting super early, but he had to because he said his car was like completely trash. So look at that. Iwasuru's going to stay out.
He's going to get lap lead. Let's just see what happens with Seth. He obviously pitted. He's going to get one hell of an undercut. Is he doing it because he wanted to go fast, or is he doing it to try and avoid hitting the wall?
Because it's showing him right now in 7th, a lap down. But these other guys, well, that's weird.
They're all in the pits, so he should come out in 2nd unless Nevin pits now. Nevin's pitting now, so he should be 1st, I believe.
He
Once everything's shaken up.
should come out 1st, but we'll see.
Still showing 7th right now.
Yeah, it's showing him in 3rd now. He did move up. It was Adam Lewis and Iwasuru who were in front. Yeah, he'll probably come out, take the lead for a little bit. You see where he started here tonight, too. He started 6th. Saying he's currently 7th, but it's our score is showing him on 3rd. I'm sure it'll catch up. See what happens when he crosses the line here, where it technically puts him at. Yeah, it puts him back up to the front. Yeah, there's something definitely going on here. Something definitely fishy over here, dude. So Jeff Yanish is in 2nd. How far back from Seth is he? Come on, update.
He's probably about 4 seconds? 2 seconds.
2 seconds, yeah. So he's going to eat him up, man. Schultz has got 15 laps on those tires. Jeff Yanish only got 4 laps on those tires, and Steve's got 3 on his. They're gonna drive past him like he's sitting in Lover's Lane parked.
Yeah, I think Seth and the get absolutely like eaten. Like that, Janish's last lap, 30.4. Seth, we're pretty sure it's a 31. 32.
32,
Oh,
yeah.
dying.
He's got a lot of laps. Oh, there we go. That's the pass right there.
Not just a lot of laps, that front right is also pretty banged up. That is like can make that car super tight, just kill the tires even more.
Yeah, and he's right up there against the wall too.
Looks like Sean came out of this pretty well too. He came actually ahead of Barris, who I'm pretty sure pitted before him.
And he's got a little bit of a lead on Barris right now.
So Barris pitted last, sorry, my bad. So he's actually slightly worse tires than Barris, but he's in a good position. He can grab the draft of the Yannick just ahead of him and gap, so he'll be in a good spot.
Now you have to see the 89 Jeff Janis was leading earlier, and then Steve kind of towards the end of that run got past him. Is he going to go past him now and show his speed, or is it going to be again follow for a while and wait for an opening?
Yeah, I think at this point they are definitely working together on that one because he didn't really fight that hard. He's like, okay, you got past, no worries, I'll just chill here.
The Tampa SUVRentals.com Toyotas out there in 1 and 2. And then look right here, you have Rob Jenkins just going by Schultz. Robert Barris going by Schultz.
I'm curious to see what happens with Barris and Jenkins. I think Barris has got the pace to just fly past them, but at the same time, Jenkins might give a bit of a trouble for his work.
Make that car a little wide.
Exactly, might open the doors. You know, weird thing for me, I don't know how I didn't notice, but obviously these cars don't have working doors.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I mean, the Fiat supercars we have here, which are pretty similar to these in a lot of ways, have working doors. We have working doors. These things don't. And I was like, I expected them to have like opening doors. Like,
yeah.
Wait, they don't?
No.
What?
And look at that. Barris gets by. Let's see if Jenkins is going to take it or Jenkins is going to try to go back. Yeah, you got to do the climb in and climb out, dude.
Yeah, he didn't have the pace to make that work. I think Jenkins pitted a few laps earlier, perhaps. Let's see. Jenkins lap 44, Barris 46. Yeah, tires are slightly better.
2-lap difference.
Yeah, but
enough.
This track actually for once. I think in this track, that difference actually is enough. Speaking of enough of a difference, though, look at the track temperature.
Where we at?
We're creeping up.
Wow, 125 degrees, man.
I mean, before it might not have been noticeable, but I'm pretty sure they might notice that. If they would, obviously, if you jump from one to the other, you'd notice it. I think over time, like the heat over time won't be noticeable, but if they were to do that jump in one lap, it would be like 2 different cars, man.
Yep.
Look at Steve, he's just sitting right in the bumper of Jeff.
Yeah, he keeps like breathing it out right there.
I think that's trying to keep clean air, because obviously we've seen cars explode in pack racing. He's sitting right in his bumper, right in the dirty air.
And then look at Bradley though. He's not really far off, man. He's got some of their draft right there.
Yeah,
Looking
he's holding
back,
on. He's holding on well.
and they have quite a distance all the way back to Barris, so not really any pressure on him. If he can just get that car to suck up to these guys a little bit faster.
I think kind of what we expect from the Ennish brothers, though, is always a damn good strategy.
Yeah, these guys are really good.
But not only are they fast, they have a strategy to match.
And this is the
holding on.
yeah, he is holding on. This is the final race in the regular season.
Then we go to the chase. As far as I'm concerned, it should be renamed to the Carnival of Madness. Like, I don't even know how the chase even works anymore. Like,
I know.
I learned it a few years back, and then like I've looked at it again, going, "What the hell am I?"
There's so many different versions. You know, even when we ran the chase over in our league, we did ours a little bit different than some of the others. We really need to get either DeSaulnier or Schultz or who else is one of the admins? I think Cray might be an admin. We need to talk to one of the admins and maybe have them go over the format of the chase so we can at least be informative, correct, you know?
Yeah, see which chase they're running.
Yeah. Because there's so many different versions. We even ran our own, you know, over at Somo, so.
Yeah, I will admit I'm kind of confused why it's even a thing, but at the same time, I mean, hey, it's not my place to complain at all.
I just think a lot of people like the chase because they were, in the beginning, they said guys were just driving around and races were boring because people were just driving around. So now with the chase and having to get to the front in a certain amount of laps to get some points to carry over, so it gave the urgency of racing the whole race instead of just putzing around 170 laps and then racing, you know, for the last 20.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know.
I'm probably a bit
That's
biased in that one. It
that's
seems a
just-
bit weird.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I was against the chase, but then when we started using it, like it definitely was a lot more exciting. But you know, we're not using it now. We're back to the regular,
Points, yeah.
yeah, old style points.
I'll put on my Ponzi traditional hat and be like, aha! I am a traditionalist here. Everything must be done correctly. Where the one with the most points wins the league. Aha! I kind of feel like the whole chasing is just a bit silly.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just watching the 97 and the 93. 97 came with a big head of steam and almost hit the back of the 93, but they kind of were going for the same place. And then just now, I wasn't sure where the 93 was going to go, but he did stay down low and let the 97 go by. I thought that was going to be an issue. Now, 21 Todd Cray getting ready to pass the Sonia in the 93.
Just a little bit further up ahead, Brad Sparrows got passed by, I believe, Nevin Iratsuru and Mark Jenkins.
Wow.
So he's fallen back now. I think his tyre is just dead.
Meanwhile, same three up in the top here, and Jeff's still out front. Steve's sitting second. Sean Bradley just a little bit behind him. Hasn't really closed in on him just yet, though. Robert Barris may be getting a little bit closer to Bradley. And then Adam Matt's about the same distance back in fifth. Then we go back, well, almost the same distance to Rob Jenkins. So if we stay green, we may have the 5 or 6 cars getting together here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a strategy fight at this point. Unless a caution pops up, I think the Yankees have definitely got the measure here. They've got the position, they've got the speed, they've got the teammate, which honestly I did not expect it would be that good at Kansas.
Yeah. I think when we talked to them, even one of them said not really liking these tracks much.
I think we were fed a full bucket of lies.
You think somebody was pulling our leg?
Yeah. Police over the eyes, all the different metaphors.
I like the something fishy in Denmark one. Good. Wow, look at Bradley, man. It looks like he's slowly. He came in. He's at a .383 right now, so he's closing in on these guys. A lot closer than he was.
The fact that he's like doing this alone is doing great. Oh, hello. Looks like we're going to do a crossover now. Steve's going to get back to the lead, perhaps. Yep. And you can see Jeff is definitely letting him by. They are 100% working together right now. Probably choosing who's got the better tires. You up in front, get some fresh air, run some good laps. I'll be drafted behind you.
Yeah.
But look at the tip for Sean though. The moment they did that, Sean is now closed in.
Yeah, even Barris is closing in now too.
I think that's why they did the switch there. Just to put the better car in front now, do some real fast laps. Hopefully Jeff can hold on to onto the draft and get dragged.
Look inside with Sean Bradley running third.
I really do think that Bradley and Barris have to work together here. They obviously the Yankees are working together. You got to form like a what's the word?
An alliance.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
that'll work.
That'll work.
Yeah, they need to form a little alliance here and work together as well, because I feel like the Yankees are going to be a rolling ripple, which they did last race too.
If Barris tries to pass Bradley and they start fighting, then those guys will take off. So, and I think Barris knows that. I think he's well aware. If he can just get Bradley on the same page with him, they can push themselves up there and be, in contention for that fight.
Did someone say pack racing in Kansas? Oh, what's
Oh.
Barris doing here? Hold on.
He's
Did he not
going.
hear us?
Yeah, he's
I
going.
think him and Sean are already working together, perhaps, because Sean is not fighting that hard.
Sean probably
Yeah.
get behind him and push.
Exactly, yeah. I think they're doing exactly what we thought, just in reverse. Sean's going to sit behind Barris and get Barris to push.
I like Sean's helmet. Looks like he's got Spider-Man design on his helmet inside that car.
Really?
Yeah.
Go see that. Hold on.
Look like it's a spider web design, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Personally, I think it's a Duff Beer design, but who knows?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Duff Beer, so.
Oh, of course you are. It's not real, I think. Oh, let me just double check.
Let's see what we got going on here so far. We got 68 laps complete. Oh, now 69 laps complete when they go by this time. We've had 6 lead changes, 0 cautions. So these guys definitely doing what they do best is green flag runs.
From what I can see, Duff Beer doesn't actually properly exist, but there are people who make bootleg versions of it.
Yeah.
So, that's a shame.
Just print some labels, stick it on a can, we're good.
Like I say, talking about bootleg alcohol while watching a NASCAR race seems oddly perfect.
Yeah. That's where it all come from.
Hell yeah, man.
Moonshining, man.
Look at Todd Cray undercutting everyone into the pit for lap 69.
Is he really?
Yeah, I will admit, I'm not sure on this call. But I think if they can stretch it a little bit longer, they can do a one more pit stop strategy. I think Cray, even on the best of days, is going to have to do 2 more stops. Like 1 more stop after this, sorry. I don't know about this one. This one, I think, might be a bit early, even for Cray.
Yeah, he had a good stop, too, so he didn't slide through or anything.
And he did exactly right. I think Seth is also pitted as well, by the way, because he's a lap down.
Yeah, he's showing that he pitted 8 laps ago.
Right, so Seth's going to try as well. I feel like that's not a good idea. I feel like that's a bad call, but again, this is my somewhat incompetent outlook on things.
Well, we know when we talked to him one time when we interviewed him, he said he had something, he had to because he couldn't figure out the tire and he burnt it up. So,
Yeah, I think it's probably going on. He's burning the tires.
but
Especially on this track right now. Wow, the temperature again. Wow.
129 degrees. Wow, that is just insane.
It's almost 1:30. We've now hit midday. It doesn't mean it's going to get colder at all. It's going to keep getting hotter. This could be like an ice skating ring by the end, man. Look at Sean Bradley. Unfortunately, he's fallen off hard from Barris. And Barris is like actually right on the rear of Jeff.
I think Barris, his car's starting to come to life now. He's got 1 lap fresher tires than Steve and 2 lap fresher tires than Jeff.
I think I'm kind of curious about it. It seems like he's got a lot more pace than these guys do. Like, what's he doing differently? Is he running it like softer through the corners? Has he been getting the draft the whole way through? Like, there's got to be something he's doing here that they're not quite getting. Because he's got pace for days right now. He's just pounding the rear of Jeff right now. Oh, it might be able to scare Jeff into going in the outside wall.
I was going to say, it seems like he's riding behind him but not really trying to do anything. Just letting him know he's there, maybe waiting for Jeff to make a mistake.
Yeah, I think the problem is that's the only way he's going to get past is if Jeff makes a mistake. They're too evenly matched in speed, even with Barris's seeming difference in speed to them. I don't think he can make the pass work, especially here. Like, it's just too slick and it's getting too warm.
No, he's got to fill that mirror up and cause Jeff to, like, miss his entrance and slide up big time.
Yep, or a slight push and turn entry, put him into the outside wall. But hey, I don't think Barris likes using the chrome horn.
We'll find out. Stay tuned.
Yeah, that's true. We may find out. As Barris decided that the front bar is required.
And look at that. We'll
Look
Mark.
at the back. Matthew Hulse, Mark Jenkins, Rob Jenkins, Devin Iritzuru, they're all together.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, what the hell was that with Matthew Hulse? Did you see that?
No.
I think he got into like the draft of Jenkins for a moment there, and it like made his car a bit loose. You know when you like cross over the draft from one side of the car to the other?
Yeah.
he got like weirdly loose there. It looked kind of worrying. It looks like Mark's gonna try and go past Rob.
Yeah, Mark on the outside. You got the 108 behind him.
I think Rob's pitting. No, he's not. Okay, never mind. I was very wrong there. He just seems very slow on the inside. Also, quick weather update. We have actually cracked the 130 number now.
Oh,
It is
wow.
still rising. It is still going up.
Oh, dude. It's too bad.
Don't crack an egg out there, please. We need to have some dinner.
I know. We need a gauge of how hot it is, man. I hope in one of these updates they actually do the gauges for broadcasters so that we can actually see the temperature gauges inside the cars.
Yep, gauges and a thermal display of the track, please.
That would be so nice.
I know, right? You can see, this is where everyone's racing on the racing line. If they move down here, they get a 10% increase in grip or some crap like that. It would be good to actually know what the hell I'm talking about for once. It'd be a miracle.
Yeah, don't count on it though, man, because I don't think they're gonna want to let that out.
Yeah, I know. Like the aliens already would get even faster. Terrifying.
Look at these guys up front, man.
Yeah, Barrett's just sitting there. He's not even getting up close anymore. He's just kind of chilling. Trying to think, like, what play does Barris have against two cars?
Just
stay
in their draft, maybe, and try and see, even if he lets them pit first and he pits afterwards, he's got to try to come out with them, you know what I mean, to be able to do anything with it.
I think he's going to try and pit like a singular lap before them. He's going to try and guess when they're going to pit and do the lap before them. Get ahead of them and get the undercut, and then they have to try and get past him. And as we've seen, passing here is not easy.
No.
But I think there's any more than 1 or 2 laps, he's going to get absolutely destroyed the moment he gets a straight line.
Look at that, 54 laps to go. We still 0 cautions, 6 lead changes, and some crazy high temperatures.
I know, it just keeps going up, man. We're approaching 1 p.m. at the moment, so I think it gets warm up to about 3 or 4 p.m. So I think the entire race is just going to start cooking. I'll put my frying pan out in the pit straight.
For real. So let's run by. We got the Sonia. He's the last car on the track. He's in 17th. He's 3 laps down. Then you have Todd Cray. He's 1 lap down. He's in 16th. Then we go to Seth Schultz, who's in 15th. And he is the first car lap down. Adam Lewis in 14th and at number 42. Then we got Ron Hollyfield in the number 1. He is 13th. And I'm surprised to see him back there because the last few races we've seen, he's been up front racing, for leads and stuff and top 5. So
must be sweating in that race suit.
Yeah, gotta be, man. Then you have Jeff Hollingsworth in the 97. He is in 12th. Travis McDaniel in the 165 in that black car right there. He is in 11th. Brad Speidel right in front of him in the number 5 and 10th. And then obviously you have your top 10 up there. You have Rob Jenkins, Matthew Hulse, Mark Jenkins now side by side. And still going to hold on to that spot. Then we have Nevin Iwitsuru, Adam Matz, Sean Bradley, Robert Barris, Jeff Yenich, and Steve Yenich. And Steve's coming up on traffic.
No mention as well, there's Hulse and Jenkins fight. It's been going on for about 2 laps now. They're getting real close. Look at the Hulse there on entry to turn 1. He almost like pushing the bumper of Jenkins. They're getting real close and rowdy.
And you can see we're inside Holtz's car right now. You can see the fender is up just a bit. Hey, he doesn't have a name inside his car, so it must be the same color.
Oh, yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah, I shouldn't figure what you're talking about. But you might be right.
Yeah, it might be the same color because we're in Jenkins now. You can see it says Jenkins. Matthew Hulse just says 108, so you must have it same color. They should have something in there if it's the same color, like default to an opposite color or something.
Yeah, interesting change up in the lead. Look how far back Jeff Yanich has fallen compared to Steve. That's before the lap traffic. Like, Steve got slowed down by that car. That's a surprising drop all of a sudden. Like, his tires just started giving out. I think Jeff's going to have to pit like, either this lap or next lap, because you can even see in the straight there, Barris is catching him still. That could be because of the lap car. Oh, good, lap car's getting in the way. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That actually might be the moment Barris needs. Put your foot down. Go, 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 go. Get that pass going. Well, it's going to be hard if he does it, but I mean, that was his chance, I think. Try and break up this dynamic duo.
Big difference now from Steve to Jeff.
Yeah, I wonder if Jeff is... I don't think he is, surely, but maybe he's sandbagging a wee bit to slow Barris down. Maybe? Maybe? Maybe?
You never know.
Yeah, that's a problem. You never bloody know. I wish we could like drag him in and be like, "Oi, what are you doing?" Barris going in. Here we go. I think. Surely he's going in. Yep, he's going in here.
Barris is going in, yeah.
There's the undercut I thought was going to be coming. He has to do it. Now, if Steve and Jeff Yanich pit this lap, that's a win for Barris. But if they pit like 2 laps down the road, I think Barris is in deep trouble. He'll be faster for a few laps. They're going to be charging towards him.
We'll have to keep an eye now.
Barris making his way to his stall. Does he nail it? Yes, he does.
Here comes Steve.
Oh,
here comes Jeff.
Both going in. This might be a win for Barris. He's going to get ahead of them, I think, and his tires will pretty much match them.
Yep, and Bradley coming in also.
Oh, if Barris can make this exit clean, do it right, he might have made a big gain here.
Adam Matz now up to the front, and let's see, where is Barris?
He's exiting pit lane now. He's gone past the marker, so he's now on the backstretch.
Oh, not too bad. A 14.2 stop. Here comes Adam Matz.
Yep, looks like both the Yanchers are getting the left tires right now, so Barris should be on the backstretch.
Oh, we got close over here between Speidel, Schultz, and DeSaulnier.
Oh, both the Yanch brothers are leaving the pits, and Barris is coming around turn 1 and 2. He's going to pass them going into the backstretch. That's what he needed, right? Look at that. That little gap is all he needed to get to the lead. Oh, the lead when everything's done, said and done. That was perfectly done. Absolutely perfect.
Now see if he can hang on to it.
I mean, Barris can look after his tires like he's been doing the whole race and stay out of the draft of those two. He could just fly away and never be seen again. That is as perfect as it could be for him. Just hope he can make it work. I'm actually curious, where is Schultz and Cray out of all of that?
Schultz back in 9th.
Oh wow,
Cray in 8th.
Behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cray is like he's the first car behind Jeff and Steve Yanich, so their undercut did help them, but I think it's nowhere near enough to catch up with these leaders. I think it's their final pit stop.
If you look, Cray's got 20 laps on his tires, and Schultz has 28 laps on his tires. These other guys have 1 and 3.
Yeah, exactly. And they have to pit one more time.
Yeah.
I think they can even make it on fuel, let alone tires.
That's a big chunk right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the closest they got to the leaders, and unfortunately, it's not going to be enough once they've all said and done. Now, one thing I've noticed here, notice that Steve and Jeff are not close up. They're actually separated here. I think Steve knows what's going on with Barrett, and he's just putting his foot down. He's just like, no more team games, no working together. I need to put my foot down and catch this guy if he does not get away.
I got to get up to the back of that bumper.
Because it is Barris. He will get away. We've seen him do it so many times.
And here he goes. Now he's going to get the lead this time by. The Speidel is in the pits. But should hand it up to Robert Barris with that pit strategy. Gets him up to the front, man. That was a good call on his part.
It was perfect. Like literally, as I said, he has to pit the lap before they do. And he got it perfect. I will say, he's going to have to, like, I think he might look after his tires a little bit, like, save them as much as he can. Because the Yanch Bros will be a little bit fast because of those fresher tires. But I think with some good tire management, he can negate that. Which means it'll be an even fight. And on Kansas, with this track, and with this temperature, which is still rising, I think the lead is just going to win outright because no one's going to be able to pass him.
And look, looking back from Robert Barris to Steve Yanich and Jeff Yanich, they can see him, but there's still some distance between them. Still plenty of laps to go.
Yeah, Yash brothers are getting a tiny bit closer together again, but they're definitely not like sitting nose to tail here worth of laps. This is, I think, this is probably a hard race from this point.
Take a quick look at the summary while we're here, anyway. Yeah, we still got 40 laps to go. We had 9 lead changes, so a couple more lead changes during that pit stop strategy. This is Kansas, final race of the season, and then we go to the Chase next week in Michigan. So they'll be announcing who is the regular season's champion, and then we'll find out how many drivers are going to the Chase and what the Chase format is going to be, actually.
Yeah. Now, last lap, Barris did a 30.67, Steve Yanich did a 30.44, and Jeff did a 30.49. So they are both catching Barris at what is honestly like a 10th and a half a lap. That is ridiculous. I'm hoping Barris is sandbagging just a wee bit to save his tires just a tiny bit here and there, try and make him last.
Yeah.
If he can just equalize it out, then he's going to be in a good position. He's going to have to make him work for it.
Or do like I try to do is the guy behind me, let him get caught up. And as soon as they go to pass, make it difficult for them and burn the tires up a little bit more.
Kind of similar. If obviously I don't get in that situation very much. I don't do oval. But yeah, let him get to your rear bumper and then put your foot down again.
Yep.
Like, at that point, they'll have to start fighting to make it go by you. The moment they get right to that bumper, you just start putting your foot down wherever you can.
Look at the time.
Yeah.
Look at the time difference there.
Exactly. Yeah, another 10th and a half. That's right. So actually, that's actually 2 tenths faster than Barris is Steve Yanich there. And Jeff is not quite as fast, but he is still faster than Barris. So he will catch up if he continues like this. I think we're going to see a broad last few laps.
Yeah, if we stay green, definitely going to be a bunch of guys up there in the front. How far back is Bradley?
He's about 8 laps back, so if the Yanich's fight with Barris for too long, Bradley can get back in there. I'm pretty sure he's got some of the better set of tires that everyone else does.
Yeah, and he's got Mats with him too, so...
Yeah, he pitted the same lap as Steve and Jeff Yanich did, so he has a chance to get in here if Barris slows him down. Well, I believe Mats has slightly older tires? No, slightly newer tires by a single lap, so if they can work together perhaps, get Mats in front of Bradley and start chasing up after these leaders. There's always the opportunity, that's the thing, there's always an opportunity, especially in these races.
Let me see, jump inside real quick.
Ooh. I was going to point out that last lap, Robert Barris, 31.337. Steve Yanich, 31.397. Jeff Yanich, 31.367. Barris was faster than Jeff, slower than Steve. And that last lap, he had a bit of a bad exit. So Steve Yanich caught him by about a 10th again. So for a moment there, Barris was actually the same pace as Steve.
And he is right there, too.
Yeah, he's starting to equalize his pace, I think. He's starting to, his tires have lasted. Steve's starting to burn his up a little bit. I think Jeff's tires are just gone, or something's going on. He does not have the pace anymore. Something's going on.
It could be, too, from the weather.
Oh, yeah. Actually, speaking of, that temperature just dropped by 3 degrees immediately. What? That's going to be a blessing for these guys. I think anything less than 10 degrees they're not going to notice, but that's still a sudden drop. It might continue the drop, perhaps.
Looking back from the leader to second place, Steve Yanich.
Looks like Jeff is going to be out of this fight entirely. He's just losing pace to these guys bad now, so it's going to be a 2-horse battle. It's going to be unfortunate for Sean Bradley, because I think Bradley needed a big brawl up here to really catch up. Unless a caution pops up somehow, there's going to be a 2-horse fight.
And I think they should be able to make it from here.
They absolutely can, yeah. It's like 50 or so laps on fuel. So they're good.
Take a look here. Barris started second, and he is in first. Steve Yanich started third. He is up to second. Jeff Yanich started first on the pole, and he is third. Bradley started seventh. He is sitting fourth. And then you have Adam Mats, who started fourth. He's sitting fifth. Iwasuru started 11th. He is up to sixth. Matthew Hulse started fifth. He's back in seventh. Let's see, Mark Jenkins started 19th. He's in 8th. And then Rob Jenkins started 16th, and he is in 9th.
I found out why Jeff Yanish is going so slow now. He's got some pretty bad front right damage, I think. Like, it's pretty well bent in there. I think that's what's killing him. I can actually see the front right tire.
Probably.
Front right, sorry, front edge, yeah.
And
I can actually see the front right tire, so I think he's done enough damage to that car. It's just not happy anymore. Yeah, hey, if he can keep like this, he will probably hold third. Sean Bradley's still a good distance behind, and he's running about the same pace. Oh, look at Steve. Right the inside. Maybe he's just going to try and steal the outside from Barris there, I think. Going to fill both sides of that car's mirror.
Yeah, I know Barris not wanting to see that.
I think as long as Barris plays it calm and safe and keeps his pace up, I don't think he doesn't have too much to worry about. If Steve goes to the inside, Barris is just going to hold the outside line, just power out. If Steve goes to the outside, Barris can just, break a little bit later and still take the outside line through the corner. So I think, no matter what, this is Barris's place to lose. But I mean, Steve can always apply, front bumper, move the car a wee bit.
Little love tap, move you out the way.
I didn't push you, I swear. It was just a slight scraping of the bumpers.
I'm just letting you know, dude. You're holding me up.
I got a championship to win.
That's it. And look at Bradley and Mats. They're still together. They definitely moving forward.
Yeah, last lap they were about 0.4 faster than Jeff Yanish, actually.
Yeah, they're 31.9s. The other guys were 32.2s and a 32.4. So
they're even faster than Robert Barris and Steve Yanish. If they can keep that up for like 20 laps, they might be able to make that actually work.
They just got to not fight each other like we saw before,
Yeah, like Matt's going to hold on to Bradley with everything he's got, because I think the moment he falls off and Bradley's on his own, he's going to lose a little bit of drafting push he's going to get. That's going to be it there. Well, sent out Kansas is a tag team race.
Let's see. Let me go back to Cray.
I believe Cray's pitted again. Am I wrong? Hold on. No, he has not. Never mind.
Yeah, it's showing him with 38 laps on. Schultz.
Seth's coming out of the pit, so yeah.
Yep. I was going to say Schultz definitely pitted.
Looks like when you get the front right damage in these cars, it just destroys the car. Like, your tires die so quick. You're pushing throughout the entire corner, so your front right just gives up.
Like a parachute, man.
Yeah. And not just that as well. Like, it's not just like slowing you down, it's also just destroying the front right. Just digging it into the ground,
Wonder what happened to Hollyfield. He's 2 laps down. Ooh.
I think he's got some front right damage, so that might be the cause there.
Just
Not very bad, but probably not.
Just saw Jeff Yanish with a little bit of sparks coming off the wall. So that car is definitely getting rough for him. So Steve is now on his own, going to have to try and take on Robert Barris by himself. And here comes a 93 of DeSonia on fresh tires.
Look at Steve. Look at Steve. He's on the inside.
Somebody's going to come out not happy out of this one.
He might be DeSonia, like, get out of my way! And that's what I thought was going to happen there. He goes to the inside and just cannot keep the speed through the corner. Cannot get the speed on the exit. And look at that. Barris is so far gone that DeSonia's even got a pretty good gap between both of them.
Man.
I don't know if you can see that with DeSonia's car. That car is not driving clean at all.
Oh, look at that. Contact.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't think Barris, I don't know the way it looked. Didn't look like Barris didn't appreciate the 93 passing him like he did.
And unfortunately, Barris doing that is cost him the lead. I think that there.
He just threw the race away right there.
Yeah, he's got no damage, but he knows how to get past Steve. I don't know if he's going to be able to make that one work.
Yeah. He did make a little bit of noise with the wall, so that's definitely going to hurt that car some.
Yeah, I'm looking at his car. I'm not seeing any damage. Obviously, damage doesn't quite entirely sync correctly. I'm not seeing any major damage to that car, so he might be all right. I think the main problem there is positional. He's just lost all the speed he had. He lost his little tire advantage that he had. He's lost his positional advantage. He's lost everything to that situation.
Yeah. And it just...
He's now got to catch Steve. Like, essentially, the roles are now reversed now. He's got to catch Steve on worse tires and then make the pass on this track. I just don't see that one working for him.
Steve really has to make a big mistake, and Steve usually doesn't.
Well, there's no one around to even help him make a mistake either. He's on his own. There's no lap traffic around.
That was something, though. It just looked like he just didn't like the way the 93 was a little bit shaky going through there, but he did pass him. But then 75 cut him again.
I was going to say that the Sony's card was not particularly happy there. There was something going on with that. I can even see it now. Look at it going through the corner. It's like it wants to get loose, or the front end is like lower than the rest. I don't know if you're seeing that through the corner.
Yeah, kind of like shaking through.
Yeah, it's like wobbling back and forth.
Yeah. Like he's got the shaky.
Time, the guy's obviously faster than him. He's got fresher tires. There was exactly 0 point for Barris doing that. He could have sat on the back of the Sony and pushed him.
Yep.
I don't quite get what he was trying to do there.
He was doing the shaky Schwartz, man. Yeah, that. He's about 5/10 back now from Steve Yenish, and we're counting the laps down. So he's got to hope he's got something in that car that can bring him back up if a caution don't come out. There's nothing going on, dude. You want to go look at the rest of the field? We'll go look at the rest of the field. Ain't nothing going on. The battle is up in the front.
Yep, and the track's not really good for this, unfortunately.
No.
It's a very hot track, so passing is, as you saw, like it's nearly impossible. Unless you've got a massive tire advantage or someone makes a mistake. Let's drop back down. It was up to 131. We're now going back down to 127. So the temperature is finally cooling down. But I don't think it's going to cool down enough. Like that's still a 5-degree drop, but I don't feel like that's going to be enough to really make a difference.
We saw Rob Jenkins just go by Travis McDaniel for 9th. Get Hollingsworth a little bit further back. Oh, McDaniel into the wall.
Oh no. You can see that car is so unsettled now too. Look at that.
He did save it though.
Did he get some front left damage as well? Did someone hit him?
Kind of hard to tell with the paint.
Yeah, his back left spoiler has been dented up a little bit, but it's not from that incident. Something must have happened earlier on.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a bend.
Yeah, I think unfortunately this track, if you get any front right damage, your race is just over. Moment it happens. Seth getting his lap back from Barris. Barris is going to let this one go by. He's not going to try and fight too hard. Oh, Barris tapping the outside wall. Did you see that?
Yeah. I thought Seth was going to drive straight up into the wall there too.
I think that hit there might have actually killed Barris's race there, I believe. Because I think I can see some damage now on the front right side of the car. It's not much. He might be able to still drive that, but we've seen front right just kill it. So I think he might have just ended his chance to fight Steve. Steve is just driving away. Look at that. He's gone.
And Bradley and Adam Matz still 4th and 5th. Trying to close in on Jeff Yenish. They still have a little bit of a ways to go before they actually do catch him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to. They are catching him every other lap, but then he'll match them for the next lap, and they're still about 3 seconds back. He needs to really put the foot down. Yeah, look at Steve go. Once he got the bit in his teeth, he's gone.
Yeah, he's putting some time way between those guys. You know, he does not want to see a yellow come out. Meanwhile, look at Iwasuru and Matthew Hulse.
I just want to point out, like, he's got about 20 lap older tires than Seth does, and yet he's only 3/10 slower than Seth, when the average is more like, a second. That is, like, just a ridiculous amount of pace. Hello, a little bit of fight between Adam Lewis and DeSonia. I think that's just letting DeSonia buy in the fresh tires.
Yeah, DeSonia's still a couple laps down. I'm watching right now the 30 and the 108. The 108 is trying to get by. Gonna try here in this corner.
I don't even get the pace on exit. Yeah, you can see the outside line just gone. They both have a bit of front right damage, so this is kind of even between the two of them. Probably the battle of the three-legged horses. And I don't know how he's going to make this one work, to be honest.
I like that.
I really don't. Sorry. I don't know how he's going to make this one work, to be perfectly honest. Like, he's going to have to try and either push him or steal the outside line, or sit like right on his bumper through the corner and then make it on the straight. You got to get it just right, and that's even if the guy doesn't make a mistake. Like, if he makes a mistake, you probably get by that way, but if he doesn't, you're going to be fighting hard for that position. You have to tempt the netcode gods to make it work.
Looking back from Iwatsuru's, look at all the rubber on. Oh! That might be the caution. No.
He saves it.
Yeah, I got to go back and see that. That was kind of rough. Look at Iwasuru. Watch, he hits the wall. I don't know if the 108 makes contact with him or not, or enough to do any damage.
Maybe no, he does make a tiny bit of contact.
Yeah.
You see it touch the car and give a bit of sparking, but no actual damage. Oh god.
That's good.
Yeah. He does save the car. It's not going to be a major problem, any major issues there. I don't think he got much damage, to be honest. Like, I'm looking at the front right, and it looks no worse than it was before.
And look at that, Adam Matz, I believe now is in front of Bradley.
Yeah, I think they're going to switch over now. Matt's going to have the fresher tyres from being in the draft, so he might have a chance of making this work. But now that I've said that, remember a few of the races back, that being in the draft killed tyres. So is Matt's tyres really better than Bradley's, or is it worse?
Yeah, and Matt's just on fire right now.
So wait and see. We'll have to see if Matt's pulls away from Bradley. If he does, and it seems it will save his tyres. Actually, in the straight, in the corner, so you can already see he's driving away. Wow, he's driving away fast. Look at that.
Amazing.
You know guys got faster than someone else when you can literally see him driving away through corners.
He's got some serious pace on him right now.
Yeah, but with 5 laps to go, I don't think they'll have enough. Well, it's definitely been an exciting race for sure. Had a fight between Barris and the Yanich brothers, and he managed to split them up. He managed to pull the perfect strategy call, but one incident with a lap car, and all that's just thrown up in smoke.
And here we go. Here we go with the 97 and the 19.
Oh, hold on. I want you to do something. Go to Barris's car and go into the cockpit and listen. When it gets to turn 1, I want to see if he does it again. There you go.
Oh, yep.
He's clutching in. Now, he pitted a single lap before Yanich. Is Yanich clutching in? No, he is not at all. Was it really 1 lap difference, and yet the fuel's that much worse? Maybe Barris is doing something different? Maybe Yanich doesn't know. Ooh, that'd be nice. If that happens, Yanich like misses it by 1 lap, I will actually just laugh my ass off and leave. That'd be a rough way to lose it.
We've seen everything. Like, we've seen everything so far.
Oh, yeah.
Watching Hollingsworth got by. He's in front of Spido. Spido through the grass. Where's Uesuru? He's up in 7th. Hulse is up in 6th. Bradley is up here in 5th. Adam Matz I don't know if he's going to get. He might get the podium if he can get by Jeff Yanish. Only has a couple more laps to get her done.
I think he might be able to. He's got some really good pace right now. Yeah, like that was a second and a half faster last lap. He actually might get this. And oh wow, can you see that Jeff Yanish's car? He's got even more front right damage. Like you can actually see a part of the bonnet's now sticking up. That's going to be one hell of a parachute.
Yeah, I know he's been having a lot of trouble with that car. Look at that thing just.
Oh come on, Mats, buddy, you got this. This is going to be the closest thing to the end, I think. And Matt's going to the podium. Come on, buddy. We want to see you back in here. Not that we don't want to see Jeff, but it's always good to see Matt's pushing hard.
Yeah, you know he's going to be trying right now. Final lap. Here he goes to the inside.
Jeff doesn't even attempt to block that. He's going to try and squeeze him down a little bit. And yeah, Matt's going to be clear on the final lap.
Wow.
Oh!
Wow. Wow, the horn, dude. The horn.
I don't know if that was intentional, but wow. I think we all our hearts skipped a beat there.
Checkered
hold on. Barris is out of fuel, I think. Barris might be out of fuel. Matt might still second. Barris is really saving. Oh!
And he'll get it. Wow.
That was close. I didn't realize how slow he was going. I just saw the car up ahead and went, is that Barris? Wow.
Wow, look at Steve Yanish, man. 65 laps led from a third place start.
Yes, I think we saw a bit of Yanish domination there until that last moment. Fortunately, Jeff took out his front right and could not keep up anymore. And Steve just ran down Robert. That was awesome.
Not a bad run, man. I like that three-legged horse, the Elmer's glue deal. That was killing me. We had, look at that, 133 laps complete, not one caution, man. That was just insane. Robert Barris almost running out at the line. Crazy.
Very curious about that, to be honest. I really am, because Yanish had 1 lap less, 1 lap more on fuel. Was that really all it was? And he didn't clutch in once. He didn't slow down once. He just put his foot down.
Yeah, because he had 44. Barris had 45. So unless, unless he just figured, look, I'm going for it, man. Good for one. Who do you want to start with?
I think start with third, mate. Got to hear about Mats with his legendary run.
Let me get to him. Hang on 1 second here. Is he on the track? Yeah, there.
Alrighty, well, shall I grab him? I think I want to steal him for myself.
Go ahead, brother.
Yo, Adam, Matt, that's our booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Dude, that was a come from nowhere, finishing third. How's your race going?
Yeah, I felt like it was like a winning kind of thing, but I didn't win, which is kind of story of my life. No, it was fun, and the race went pretty well. It kind of went like how I expected. I pretty much knew it was going to be the top lane, and it was just going to be track position. And then every time you try to make a pass, even if you were able to do it outside, you would lose touch with the lead pack. And yeah, it was cool that it went green. I don't think there were any cautions, so that's pretty cool.
Exactly, man. 0 cautions here at Kansas. That's honestly great, especially the temperature. It was 130 degrees on track at one point. Did you notice that at all?
No, not too much. It kind of felt a little slippery sometimes, but I think it was the seams. I think if you hit the seams the wrong way, it would make you a little loose. I'm not sure if it was that or maybe the track heat, but yeah. I got they're both. Man, there was two guys that I raced with pretty hard, and both times it was really iffy on the corner entry, and I got a little bit of a tap in the rear end both times, and I was doing the counter steering thing, so that was a little nervous.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's a bad way. I can kind of hear it, man. You're excited as hell. I love it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, this was a very surprising race for sure. We saw a bunch of guys like doing like tag team drafting. I think, were you doing the same thing with Sean, or was it just not able to pass him?
It was a little bit of both. I was paying attention because Jeff was ahead of us, and I thought maybe I could push him up there. But I think Jeff was also drafting Ron, so it wasn't really quite working. But we did cut him down like half a second. But then eventually Sean hit the wall, and that kind of ruined that thing. So that's the only reason why I got by him, is because he tapped the wall. But honestly, I probably could have only passed him maybe like right at the end, maybe off of turn 4 or something. But it wasn't going to happen if he didn't hit the wall.
Yeah, fair enough. Speaking of hitting the wall, man, we saw a bunch of people do that. Do we need to ask your body shop? Have you scraped the wall at all today?
No, so that was my mission. Don't hit the wall, and I succeeded.
Success.
Yeah,
Third place,
I mean,
and your submission succeeded.
yeah. I purposely ran. I ran right next to the seam. Some of the guys were running a little bit higher. Every time I went up that high, it slowed me down, and I think I got passed one time when I did that. So I stopped doing that.
Well, hey, fair enough, man. Third place finish here. A beautiful run from you. You came home with a clean car. Glad to see you up here, brother.
Yeah, third is the story of my season, because I believe I'm third in points, and I finished third like 4 or 5 times. So I don't want to go backwards, but yeah, it'd be nice to move up. But I don't feel good about the races in the chase, though, to be honest, because Michigan I struggle, and then we're doing I think it's Sonoma, which is I haven't done a whole lot. Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot with road courses, so I'm a little nervous about that. So.
I think, Paul, you might be broadcasting solo on that one, perhaps.
Yeah. Wayne
hey,
loves those.
Yeah. Well, hey, before we boot you out here, buddy, anyone to give a shout out to?
No, just shout out for everyone who's the lock. Well, it's not a lockdown, but all the COVID stuff and having to stay home and all that stuff. So hopefully it's a little bit better now. But yeah. Anyway, just shout out to that, and then shout out to the Steve one, right? So shout out to him. Congrats to him.
Well, always, man. Go home and celebrate. Third place finish. Third place at the points, and a beautiful race, man.
All right. Thanks.
Alrighty then. Shall we find Robert Barris for you?
Yeah, let's get him down here.
All right, let me get him down here for you, bud.
Robert Barris, you got a copy.
I have you.
Man, that was a little rough there towards the end. First of all, great race, man. 133 laps, no cautions, man. You guys definitely did a good job. You had a good run going there for a while. Your pit kind of worked out good for you there when you undercut that one lap, got you back out in front of those guys, but then a little bit of trouble started. Not exactly the way you want to end, and then we thought you were running out at the line. Were you just saving, or were you gonna run out?
I was just trying to save a little bit. The car was just knocked the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. This is not the first time I've had trouble with him when he's multiple laps down. It's one of the frustrations for why I've stopped running full time, and probably will continue to not run full time, because it's just, if I'm gonna get driven like that, I'll just run official racing, where I can run it at kind of more my leisure, my time, instead of having to fix it this time. But other than that, I thought the race was good. You couldn't. I think probably the top 4 or 5, both Steve and Jeff, and the first 2 runs, Sean and I think we were probably all equal on time and tires. And you can't pass here unless you're going to be really egregious with a slide job, and half the time those don't work out very well here. So it's just a matter of trying with the strategy to get the track position, and it worked out. It would have been really nice to see the kind of the shoe on the other foot with Steve having to get around me towards the end, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, we saw that one pitch strategy you do, get you out in front of them, man, and even Wingnut said, man, that was a great call, and it actually got you what needed to be done, because we know passing here is awful. But I'll tell you what, though, man, it really wasn't a bad race. It's amazing to go 133 laps without any cautions with some of the racing that's gone on. It's only 10 lead changes too, so Not bad. We weren't really sure if you were going to be here this week or not, but glad to see you here. This is the end of the regular season race tonight. Then we go to the chase. You going to come and make any of those, or are you going to back off and let these guys chase it out?
I don't even know what the schedule is. I know for a fact that I got to miss the last race because I'm going to be out of town, which I think it's Kentucky, which I don't like Kentucky anyway, so I probably wouldn't have run it regardless. I think they run Sonoma at some point here, so I might run Sonoma. And everything else, it'll just depend on how I feel that evening.
Yeah.
I did a whole bunch of yard work the last 3 days. I'm actually really, really sore. I got like 20 bags of grass from mowing and dethatching, so it probably wasn't smart for me to run tonight. But I didn't have a great NIS either, so I was hoping to have at least a fun run, which for 112 laps it was. So
And not
it's
bad.
farther than I got in NIS because of slide jobs, people throwing slide jobs and not knowing what they're doing, and I got caught up in somebody else's mess. So it's just kind of luck of the draw.
Yeah. Not bad though. You did start second. You did finish second, so not too bad. And we'll see where it goes from here. I know Sonoma is, I think, 2 races or so down on the schedule. So you may have Wingnut out there. He loves racing Sonoma and road courses. So we'll see how that goes. But not a bad run, man. Not exactly where you want to be, but second place isn't too bad, especially for, being tired and not really sure if you were going to race or not, man. So we may see you next week. We may not, but we'll look for you the next time you're out, man. Anybody you want to shout before we go?
Yeah, just for the most part, everybody with the league. For the most part, the drivers I thought did a good job. I don't think we had any cautions, so that was a positive. Yeah, if Wingnut's gonna run, don't have him do the in-car thing like Kyle Petty. You might get a repeat of what Kyle Petty did on in the last turns. Have fun.
All right, man. Go celebrate, dude, and we'll talk to you next time you're out here.
Yep.
All right, that was second place, Robert Barris. So now let's find our winner chicken dinner here.
I got him for you, bud.
All right.
There you go.
All right, Mr. Steve Yenis, you got a copy.
Yeah, I hear you. How's life in a tin can?
Not too bad, brother. Not too bad. Dude, who's gonna stop you here, man?
I don't know. I mean, Robert may have my number tonight. I don't know. It would have been an interesting battle there at the end. But so navigating the lap traffic worked in my advantage. But I was looking forward to having a good heavyweight head-to-head battle there at the end because we've raced together plenty of times, but I don't know if it's ever really worked out that way. Just circumstances get in the way, but would have been cool to be one-on-one there at the end, but just didn't work out. But still a great race.
Yeah, it was definitely a good race, man. 133 laps with no cautions. We were kind of hoping to see you and Barris because it seemed like at the end there, Jeff had some damage, so he was kind of off pace and wasn't able to stay up there with you guys. But you guys were pretty equal on speed in a lot of different parts of the track. So I think it would have been a really good finish there if he would have been able to keep his car clean and come up. I know he had some incidents with the 93 back there, and it kind of hurt him. And but dude, even with that, I mean, you were still pretty fast out there.
Yeah, I felt pretty good. I mean, I guess my first run, I just kind of bided my time. I just kind of fell in behind Jeff for the first maybe 20 laps or so, and saw a little window where I could grab the lead, and I knew I wanted to do that if I had a chance, especially going into pit stops. If I had a chance at the very last few laps of the run to stretch it a little bit and get a lead, I wanted to do that. So yeah, I did that, and I felt like it came out of the pits pretty good, but maybe left a little bit on the table on that first stop. And came out with a couple second lead, Jeff and I, on Robert, and was feeling really good about that. But I guess just that one extra lap of newer tires that he had. He ran us down, which made me feel better about when we came out on the last run, a couple seconds behind him, because I figured, it's going to go the other way this time. We'll catch
Right.
him. But catching him and passing him is two different things on this track. I think I figured out the right way to pass here, but it still takes, you got to be in the right situation when the right opportunity presents itself to make it work.
Well, that all may change now.
What do you mean?
I think Wing was saying they're redoing Kansas, and with the update coming out with the damage model and everything, it may be a whole different track.
Yeah, that's really much needed. I mean, this place, like the racing in real life here is just fantastic, but
Yeah.
especially with this package. But this is just nothing like the real thing. And I don't know if it was the track or the tire model or what. I haven't been on iRacing long enough to go back to previous tire models to know if it was better or not. But it needs a change. It can't be worse than this.
Or the wicked high temperatures you guys had out there. I think Wing, we were like up to 130 degrees at one point, man, up on the
reached
track.
133 at one point, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that's just like ridiculous temperature, man.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was doing the NIS races this week. It's like the ambient was still like 78, but the track temp was like 135, which seems like doesn't seem very realistic, but I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think it really affected the car too much. So the way the handling was, it was a little tight in the center, but it was really not too bad, I thought.
Yeah, it did seem to be though. Once you broke the front right, you just lost all your speed. Like we saw with Jeff, the moment his front right was damaged, he just fell off all pace. Did you hear that from him at all, or nah?
He didn't say it, but I knew that was the case. I mean, you need that right front, and you can maybe hold on for a few laps, but it just starts heating up the right front, and then you just get tighter and tighter and tighter, and it kills you. So that's one thing I do here is I don't quite ride the wall like a lot of people do, because I like to have a little bit of a margin for error.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of treat that seam on the top lane as the apron, and I just run right on that, and that's worked out well for me this whole week.
So tonight finishes the regular season, and we go into the chase. Obviously, where you're standing in the points, you're going to be one of the chase drivers. We actually need to find out what the format is going to be and how many guys are moving forward. But Michigan next week, start of the chase. How you feeling about going ahead and, I guess, redoing it over again, man?
Well, we were just talking about it in the main lobby, and I guess the top 10 move on, and it's just a total reset. So everyone's at 0, no bonus points, nothing. So,
wow.
Which, I mean, yeah, that kind of sucks for my situation. I would have loved to have some bonus points, but I mean, Michigan will be good. I think I'll be good there. Sonoma's going to be the big question mark. So I think it's going to be really important for to score a good finish at Michigan, because I don't want to go into Sonoma needing to pull off a miracle. I mean, I think I'm a good road racer, but I'm definitely not in the elite category. I'm not as confident there as I am on the ovals. So, but I mean, it's going to be interesting. I don't know how far into the season Sonoma is. I think it's pretty early, but I don't know if it's in the first round.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be interesting, man. You just got to get in there, pedal to the metal, focus forward, man. Do what you've been doing. Try to get yourself a couple of wins in there and stay, at least in a safe spot up in the top there, man. Curious to see how this is all going to run out, because we were curious what the what the format was going to be, because there's so many different formats and so many different leagues. And that was one of the questions we were going to do before next week's race, have one of the admins come in and give us a quick breakdown and everything. But I'll tell you what, dude, man, you're on fire, man. You started third, 65 laps. You get the win. Again, this is like win number, like 7 or 8 for you, I think, this season. So pretty good, dude.
Yeah, it's been a good season. I guess feel like I got kind of the formula down, so it's just a matter of executing it and hoping circumstances don't work against me. So hopefully we'll just keep this momentum going and bring home a championship in a few months here.
Awesome, man. All right, before we let you go celebrate, anybody you want to shout out to?
Yeah, as always, Infinite Hero for coming on board and sponsoring the league. Tampa SUV Rentals for sponsoring the car, and thanks to you guys for putting a great show on.
Awesome, man. A great run, dude. Always fun watching you race out there. And we never really know what you're going to do. What we always see you and Jeff kind of find yourselves there and we're not really sure if you're working together or partially working together, and then it's like, okay, because you're behind him for a little bit, and then it's like, okay, I've had enough, I'm going in front. So it's always an interesting mix to watch you guys, man. But it's definitely gonna be fun going forward in the chase and seeing how this plays out, man. You got some good drivers out there with you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, we try to work together when it makes sense to, but when we get in the playoffs here, that's got to go out the window at some point.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right, man. Congratulations again on the win. 65 laps led, and we'll look for you next week, man, at the start of the chase.
Sounds good.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys. Have a good night.
You too. All right, that was Steve Yenish. He is your winner. Oh.
I got him, brother.
All right. I was trying to move him, and all of a sudden I was like highlighting everything. Like, wait, what am I doing, dude?
He's already there, man.
Yeah, you're fast, man. So we had
man.
we had 133 laps, no cautions. We only had 10 lead changes, which is really surprising. We had some high temperatures of 133 degrees, you said, at one point?
Yeah, it reached 133 at one point. It was just cooking, baby.
That is just crazy, man. And this was the finish of the regular season. We're going to be back here again next week in Michigan for the start of the chase. You heard them, the top 10 are going to drive, move ahead in the chase. All reset at 0, no bonus points. We will get one of the admins in with us. We'll talk to somebody and see which one of the admins want to come in and talk with us at the beginning of next week's race, just to kind of finalize and go over everything and make sure we're talking the right way we should be talking, right?
Speaking the right language, man.
Yeah. All right, so let's pack up the results and get out of here, man. I'm getting way hot in this room. I need to get out of here.
I'm freezing my butt off, so I'll get us started.
we're total polar opposites right now.
Yeah, buddy. Well, Steve Yenich coming home tonight with the win again. Barris coming home in second. Adam Matt sneaking in third with a beautiful run at the end. Jeff Yenich unfortunately falling to fourth. Sean Bradley in fifth. Matthew Hulse, I think it's his first race with these guys, coming home in sixth. Let's say fourth for Bradley, my bad. Nevin Iratsuru in seventh. Jeff Hollingsworth in eighth. Then we have Brad Spital coming home in ninth, and Rob Jenkins running out the top 10.
And then we have an 11th is Travis McDaniel, Mark Jenkins in 12th. Seth Schultz finishes 13th. Todd Cray will take 14th. Adam Lewis takes 15th. Ron Hollyfield takes 16th. Patrick DeSaunier takes 17th. Matt Wagner takes 18th. Todd Levesque 19th. Tyler Blankenship takes 20th. And that is your results there. This was DieHard Racing League's Infinite Hero Cup Series. This was Kansas, 133 laps here tonight, 0 cautions. Next week we will be live at Michigan for the first chase race. So join us if you can, and we'll bring you something good. Till then, Wingnut, hope you get warm and hope I get cold over here, man.
Yeah, we want the exact opposite, please.
I know. All right, be safe, everybody out there. We got a lot of stuff going on here in the U.S., a lot of protesting, a lot of looting, a lot of damages going on, plus the supposed COVID and all that stuff. So a lot of things here to watch out for. So just be safe, everybody. Be smart, watch your back. Just remember, you know what I mean? We're all on the same planet together, man. We got to make it better together. So we'll talk to you all next week. Wingy, you have yourself a good night, brother.
Yep, you too, brother.